Hello and welcome to Talking Smooth Jazz. My name is Terri, aka the Jazz Queen. It is Sunday, January 28th, 2018. The phone number here is 646 716 5485. 646 716 5485. Let me welcome the guests to the chat room and also Joe from Germany. Welcome to the chat room, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Today, I am very excited to have back guitarist Sheldon Ferguson. The first time I interviewed Sheldon was August of 2011. He was 17 years old, still in high school, and released his debut CD, The Brighter Side. If you do not have that CD, I highly recommend you pick it up. It is really, really good. He has since earned his bachelor's in professional music with emphasis in performance and production at Berklee College of Music. And his new CD is called Soul Searching, and it is available now for purchase. Sheldon, welcome back to Talking Smooth Jazz.
Hey, Terry, thanks for having me.
Oh, it is my pleasure. I am so excited for you. I have so much to ask you about. So let's get started with this CD, Soul Searching. Tell me about this new release of yours.
Well, I'm excited about it. It's my second project. It's I don't know where to begin. It's definitely very different from the first record.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff went into it. You know, a lot of time passed between putting out the first project and putting out this one. And it definitely allowed me to take the time to really experiment with different sounds and different musical ideas, taking some of the things that I learned while I was in school, some of the things that I experienced from just, you know, making music with different people, and just kind of documenting all that into one project. So I'm really excited that, you know, it's finally out and I can finally share it with everybody.
Okay. Now, tell me about the SF Collective. This is your band. Who are they?
Oh, yeah, that's my Atlanta-based band. So we perform here in Atlanta. We travel. They're actually some of my closest friends. Honestly, really grateful to have them playing with me. We actually got a show coming up on the 25th of February. It's my album release. We'll be playing music from the new record. Looking forward to that. It's here in Atlanta.
Okay. Now, you were telling me before we came on air that you moved to Atlanta. You've been there a couple of years. How do you like it?
I like it a lot. It's great. I think after spending time in my hometown of Columbia, South Carolina, and then spending 4 years of Boston, it definitely gives me the best of both worlds. You know, you have your big city thing and, you know, all the southern stuff that I'm used to. So it's definitely it definitely fits my, you know, my particular taste.
Okay. And are you finding that, excuse me for my voice, I'm just getting out of trying to get over the flu, but are you finding that the music scene in Atlanta is a better fit for you than other places, Boston and the other places you live?
I believe so. I think for you know, for what I want to do, for what I knew that I wanted to do when I left school, it's definitely a perfect fit. Atlanta is you know, it's very very much a R&B, soul, jazz, gospel city, and you know that stuff is in my blood. So that's it's definitely a good fit for me. Then you got you know, production scene, you got the just writers, musicians, and there's a lot of music happening in Atlanta. So I love it.
Okay. Now, the members of the band, are they all initially from Atlanta, or did they come from different areas?
No, we're all from different areas. See, my bass player, Troy, he's actually from Baltimore, but we met at Berklee. And he was my keyboard player, Isaiah. He's actually from Atlanta, but we met at Berklee as well.
Okay.
And we all just back over here in Atlanta. Then my drummer, his name was Jelani Jackson. He's from South Carolina, so I knew him before moving here. And somehow we all just ended up back in Atlanta and, you know, started doing shows together. And is what it is. I love playing with him. always a fun time.
Okay. Well, now let's talk about your time at Berkeley. While you were there, I was following your progress on Facebook. How did you like being there?
It was great. I learned a lot. I definitely benefited from the environment. It's basically you have musicians and songwriters and producers from all over the world, and we kind of just come together and share ideas, which I really love. I feel like I really gained a lot from that I couldn't have gotten from anywhere else, really.
Hmm.
The curriculum was great. I enjoyed the classes, loved my professors, even spending time in Boston. Um, Boston's not a place that I would, want to live long term, but I think just going and experiencing a different part of the country was very good for me.
Okay. Now, saxophonist Najee used to be a professor at Berkeley. Was he there at the time you were there?
No, no, he unfortunately he wasn't there when I got there. I would have loved to have met him.
Okay. Okay, cool. Wow. So tell me about some of the classes at Berkeley. What did you study?
Well, my schedule was pretty spread out. My major allowed me to kind of pick and choose from the different areas. So I had ensemble classes, I had writing classes, production classes. Let's see, I had business classes. So it kind of covered all the bases of music, everything that I was interested in, which was really great for me. So I kind of got a taste of a lot of different things, and I'm using all of it now. So,
Okay, now will you be continuing your education in music?
well, as of right now, I don't have plans of going back to school, but it's definitely not impossible. It's definitely not impossible.
Right. Okay, cool. All right. All right, well, let's get into some of this music now. I do have two favorites on here. The one
Okay.
is uh, In the Moment, and the other one is Just Hold On. I'm sorry, For the Moment, and the other one is Just Hold On. So these are my two favorites on the CD. I'm going to start with For the Moment. So tell me about this track.
Okay. Well, this song actually features Hank Bilal. He's a trombonist from Columbia, South Carolina. He's incredible, one of the greatest musicians I've ever come in contact with. So I'm honored that he was able to play on the song. Um, Trying to think back to how I wrote it. I kind of just started off with the acoustic guitar part, and then I actually kind of sat with this one for a while. It's one of those songs that didn't really come together at first, but I gave it some time, and eventually I came up with this melody. When I had that, that's that's when I knew I was feeling it. And here it is.
Here it is, and it's For the Moment is the name of the track from Sheldon's new release, A Soul Searching. right, that is one of my favorite tracks from Sheldon's new CD, Soul Searching. That was called For the Moment. And Joe from Germany said, that's nice. I also like the trombone. Yeah, that's why I like it too. Definitely one of my favorite tracks on that. Now, Sheldon, I had mentioned that degree at Berkeley is is a bachelor's in professional music with emphasis in performance and production. So, what is the difference between the brighter side and soul searching in terms of production from what you learned at Berkeley?
Well, going back to the brighter side, I guess the way that album was created is kind of totally different from the way I did this one. So the brighter side, I sat down with Rico Tyler, and we worked out the music together. So I came to him with ideas. I had melodies, I had chord progressions, and he kind of took it and, play all the instruments and took things a step further. He did some arranging, and we kind of created the album together, just the two of us. Soul Searching is different because I kind of did it all myself for the most part. Mm-hmm. Everything on Soul Searching, I wrote, I produced. A lot of the instruments I played, with the exception of the songs that have live drums on them. Some of the songs I had different bass players come in and play over my bass parts. So definitely involves a lot more people. I let's see, got a lot of features on there, and what else? I guess it's the overall vibe of the music is really completely. For Soul Searching, I have a lot of different elements in there. There are certain songs that kind of lean towards like pop, others that kind of lean towards R&B, others even that have like a little like folk and country influence on there. And but they all kind of fit under this umbrella of jazz, or smooth jazz. And there's something different I really wanted to go for. And I'm really glad that I kind of did it the way I did. I really didn't design it to sell. I didn't really design it to appease a certain audience or a certain type of listener. I kind of just made the music that I wanted to make, and it's really paid off because, I'm getting a lot of good feedback from it. And it's a good thing when you can kind of make the music that you want and people take well to it.
Yes, yes. And I have to say that when I first interviewed you in 2011, at 17, when you to release a debut CD, The Brighter Side was really good, and I was really impressed with what you did on that CD. And I remember mentioning to you about a song that kind of reminded me of Jimi Hendrix. It had that Jimi Hendrix feel to it. So I thought at 17, you did a really, really good job on your debut release.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so the next song that's my favorite on here is called Just Hold On. Tell me about this one.
This song, this is something different I went for. I've never really had a song with singing all the way through. Mm-hmm. And I guess the way it kind of came together, I created the music first, and I decided I really wanted to create a song that promotes positivity. We got a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world right now, and I just think that it's important that, we use music as a vessel to really, just reach people and, just inspire someone. So what I did was I came up with an idea for the hook, and then I sent that idea to Mark Robinson, a.k.a. Sing, the guy you hear singing on the song, and he took that idea and stretched it out into a whole song.
Oh, okay.
So I've never really had a song like this with, lyrics all the way through. And I think it came out really happy about it.
Okay. It's a really nice track, too. This is called Just Hold On.
Yes. Oh,
Oh, I like that. Only 2 minutes and 23 seconds long, but that is a nice track. That is called Just Hold On from Sheldon Ferguson's brand new release called Soul Searching. If you would like to call in and speak with Sheldon, the phone number is 646-716-5485. I want to welcome to the chat room Ollie J. Hey, Ollie. Thank you for tuning in. Good to see you. Okay, Sheldon, I read that you played on OWN's Greenleaf television show. Tell me about this and how did you get that?
Well, let's see, last year, was it last year or year before? I came in contact with a keyboard player named Rashawn Murph, and he introduced me to Matthew Head, the producer of the show. And we recorded all the music for season 2 in a really short amount of time, maybe a couple of months or so. Mm-hmm. And it was because when we did it, the show hadn't taken all the way off yet. So it was interesting to kind of, just being there working on the music and not really knowing what was going to happen. And, next thing you know, the show was out and I actually had a scene on there. I didn't think the scene was actually going to make it on the show, but, you could see us. And, the show got really, really popular really fast. Mm-hmm. So it was definitely an honor to be a part of that. It was definitely a fun experience with music. I haven't done much work in TV before, so I definitely enjoyed the experience.
So what was that process like? Did you guys record all the music, like you said, in a couple of months, and then at that point the show went into production?
Yeah, I mean, basically everything was very specific. The producers of the show would kind of let us know what a particular scene needed, a particular episode needed, and we would create it. And everything is very fast in TV. So when they need something, like, they need it right away. So we got our assignments. We created the songs, whatever it was they're looking for, and that was pretty much it.
Oh, so you guys actually wrote the music? No, somebody didn't bring the music to you to play. You guys actually wrote it?
Certain songs. Now, I didn't write. I was just playing guitar on the sessions. But okay. There were a few different songwriters involved. Some of the songs that they brought us were cover tunes that we had to recreate. So it's kind of a case by case kind of thing. So if you listen to the soundtrack, really the majority of it is original music. And if you watch the show, the church, Calvary Church, is working on an album for the church in the show. So mm-hmm. Most of the songs created were for that album that appears on the TV show. If that makes sense.
Oh, interesting. So look at you being a TV star and a musician and all of that. That's really nice. Very nice. All right, I'm going to let you pick the next song that I play.
Oh, okay. How about we do my favorite one? It's On a Good Day.
Okay, tell me about this one.
This one, I actually I wrote it on my 22nd birthday when I was in Boston.
Okay.
And with this one, it's definitely a different sort of vibe I was going for. The heavy acoustic guitars on there. I love acoustic guitar. At the time, I was kind of getting into like folk and country and stuff like that. So I wanted to create a song that kind of had those elements in there. And I really love the melody, and I just that to me, like, melodies are the most important thing in music. You can have great chord progressions, you can have great instrument parts, but there's just nothing more important than the melody. And I think I'm just really proud of the melody that I came up with. So that's my favorite song on the record.
All right, it's On a Good Day. Good Day. That is from Sheldon's new release, Soul Searching. That is available now on iTunes and Amazon, and I also saw it on CD Baby. So wherever, oh, sorry about that, you will find that CD there. So Sheldon, you mentioned you have a show coming up on the 25th. Tell us again about that.
Yeah, it's my album release show. It's gonna be on February 25th at Cafe 290 here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay. All right. See, now that's not one I'm familiar with. Cafe
Cafe.
290. Yeah.
Oh, that's a great spot. That's a really great spot. You would definitely enjoy it.
Okay. Do you play there? Would this be your first time playing there, or do you play there frequently?
I've done a few shows there. I had my single release. I released the title track from this record back in September,
Uh-huh.
and I had my single release over there.
Okay.
And then
All right.
there are a couple other bands too.
Okay, cool. So I mentioned in the chat room that I love your music, and Joe from Germany says, yes, I like the cover songs on his first CD, but now he has found his own style. Would you agree with that?
I'd say I think I'm a few steps closer to finding my own style. I know I'm getting there,
Okay.
but I guess I was actually just talking to a friend of mine about this. I guess it's kind of goes into like the whole concept of the record. Definitely in like a growing phase where I'm kind of learning my sound and my artistry and where I want to go with it. I think soul searching is a step in the right direction, but I still want to go further with it, if that makes sense.
Oh yes, yes, definitely. I mean, I still consider you part of the new generation of smooth jazz. You're still on the website along with the other young artists, and you're right. You're young enough. You still have time to find that style and grow into your music. But you're doing a great job. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. All right, one more song. What would that be?
Let's do the one cover tune on there. Let's do I'll Be Around.
Okay, why did you choose this song?
Well, actually, I've always loved the song, and I just I kind of had an idea of how I could take that song and make it sound a little bit more modern, kind of put a different sort of vibe on it.
Mhm.
I was really excited about having Micah sing on it. 'Cause she's one of my favorite singers in the world. She actually went to Berkeley as well, and I just knew as soon as I created the music for it, I just knew she had to sing on it, and I'm honored that she did, and I love the way that it turned out. So.
All right, this is I'll Be Around. I'll be around. That is from Sheldon's new CD, Soul Searching. Very nice. Very nice. Now, Sheldon, do you think or have any plans in the future to produce for other artists?
I do actually. I do. Definitely something I've always wanted to do, and I knew that I had to get this album out of the way before I could really step into that. Because
Okay.
once when I'm working on a record for myself, that's it's like all I can think about.
Hmm.
And I've been wanting to do this second project for a long time, so I had to get that out of the way. But now that it's out, I've been doing a lot of writing in my free time, and I definitely plan on writing some songs for maybe some singers or some instrumentalists, for their produce records for them, in the
Hmm.
future. Definitely something I look forward to getting into, kind of see things from different sides.
Yes, yes. Okay. Is there a gospel CD in your future?
I actually thought about it. For the longest, I didn't want to do one because I think I don't know. I guess just the idea of being, say, like a gospel artist is kind of hard for me to wrap my head around. I guess because when you're out there and you're performing and you're doing your songs and it's everybody's looking at you or whatever, it's hard to really differentiate between what you're doing and the true purpose behind what you're doing. So that
Hmm.
I don't know. I used to kind of wrestle with that, but now I really want to write some gospel songs, especially the type of songs that could really just be used, in a worship service. So I think, if anything, I definitely want to do some co-writing for some other gospel artists,
Hmm.
and maybe doing my own gospel album in the future,
Hmm.
maybe, but I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. It's
Okay.
definitely something that's hard though.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Last question. If you had to do a 1 minute elevator pitch on guitarist Sheldon Ferguson, what would you say?
Well, I can say that I try to stay true to myself and play what I feel and be honest with everything that I do. Um, I believe that music, being able to play music is a gift, and I think we've been given that gift to share it with everyone else. It's
Hmm.
not really about anyone that plays music or is an artist. It's not about us. It's about how we can use our gifts to really give back. Because really, music is a service.
Hmm.
Music is a livelihood, and it's something that I take very seriously. But it's a service, and it's meant to be given back. So when I create these songs, it's not really about me getting any kind of shine out of it. I really just want to create music that's going to really impact someone's life, if
Okay.
that makes any sense.
Yes, yes. Okay, regarding the song I'll Be Around, the last song I just played, Ali in the chat room says, I have heard other covers of this song. I really like this one.
Oh, great, great.
All right, I'm going to close the show with another song, Sheldon. What will it be?
Let's see. What have we? How about Soul Searching title track?
Sure. Tell me about this one.
This one actually, I this actually came from an Instagram video. Believe it or not, I I was sitting in my room one day and I was just the family decided I want to post a little video. Lay down some chords and come up with a little melody real quick. It wasn't really supposed to be anything special, but I recorded the video. I put it on Instagram, and people seem to like it a lot. So I figured why not just turn it into a whole song. And I finished writing it because I just had a chorus at the time, but I made a whole song out of it. And then I had Jelani, who plays in my band. He played drums on it, and he played the synth bass on there.
Hmm. Okay. All
And
right. All right. Let everyone know where they can find you on social media.
Oh yeah, so Facebook is just Sheldon Ferguson, SheldonFerguson. On Instagram it's Sheldon Ferg, so Sheldon Ferg. Twitter, same thing. YouTube, Sheldon Ferguson.
Okay. And there's also, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was just making sure I didn't miss anything.
I was going to say there's also a page on Instagram for the band, SF for Sheldon Ferguson .collective. That is on Instagram.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I knew there was something.
Not a problem. All right, Sheldon, I have enjoyed talking to you again. Thank you. And I'm so happy that, your career has blossomed the way it has since 2011 from the 17-year-old high school kid releasing a debut CD until now. So I am very happy to again have you on the show, and I will continue to follow your career.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I really honestly appreciate the support from you all as well, just for keeping up with my music and having me back on the show, having me on there the first time. I really sincerely appreciate it.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It is my pleasure. Only wish I could get an opportunity to see you play. So hopefully one day I will. Maybe I'll have to make a trip back to Atlanta to do that.
Definitely, you should do that. You should definitely do that.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Thank you again, Sheldon. You have a good day.
I appreciate it. You too.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right, that was guitarist Sheldon Ferguson. His new CD is called Soul Searching. You'll find it on iTunes and CD Baby and Amazon. His website, you find all the information about him there. So definitely check that out. All right, thank you to Joe from Germany and Ollie and the guests for hanging out with me in the chat room. I appreciate you guys tuning in and listening. My name is Terri, a.k.a. the Jazz Queen, and you've been listening to Talking Smooth Jazz. This is the title track from Sheldon's new release, Soul Searching. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening to Talking Smooth Jazz. Follow the Jazz Queen on Twitter at Jazz_Queen, on Facebook and Instagram at Talking Smooth Jazz, and visit the website TalkingSmoothJazz.com.